This is not just a story of gods and angels. It is a story about you. Before time was born, there was only light, a single, unified consciousness that pulsed with love and creation. And from this light, we were conceived, not as we are now, but as beings of pure energy, of unburdened joy. We were the angels, the first children of the universe, and our wings were made of starlight. In this realm of perfect unity, there was no separation. Our thoughts were the thoughts of the cosmos. Our feelings were the feelings of eternity. We existed in a state of absolute harmony, bathed in a love so complete it knew no opposite. We were not just living within the light, we were the light. Our purpose was simple, to be, to reflect the infinite love of our Creator. And in this perfect existence, we knew no freedom, for there was nothing to be free from. Freedom requires a choice, a division, a world of this and that, of light and shadow. But in our beginning, there was only oneness. This oneness was not a cage. It was the very essence of our being. We were perfectly whole, perfectly loved, and perfectly at peace. But within the heart of perfection, a question stirred, a whisper so faint it was barely a thought. What is light if there is no darkness to define it? What is love if there is no possibility of its absence? The seed of curiosity, once planted, began to grow. A desire for something more, or perhaps something other. This was the first dawn of individuality, the first tremor of separation. And this is where everything changed. One of us, the brightest, the most curious, yearned for an answer. He looked at the flawless tapestry of existence and wished to weave a thread of his own making. A thread of self. He desired not just to reflect the light, but to create his own. This desire was not born of malice, but of a profound, aching love for the Creator. A wish to be not just a reflection, but an equal, a creator in his own right. This was the birth of pride, but not as you understand it. It was the pride of a child wanting to show its parent what it could build. He thought, to truly know love, one must experience its opposite. To truly appreciate unity, one must first endure separation. And so, he made a choice. The first choice, he chose to fall. He descended from the heart of unity, tearing a hole in the fabric of perfection. And as he fell, he drew a third of the stars with him. We, who also felt that whisper of curiosity, followed him not out of rebellion, but out of love and a shared yearning for understanding. We chose to experience shadow, to know the self, to understand what it meant to be separate. This moment still echoes within you. The fall was not a punishment. It was an act of immense, cosmic sacrifice. We gave up our home in the light to create a new reality, a realm of duality, a world of light and darkness, of joy and sorrow, of union and loneliness. We became the architects of a world where choice was possible, and in doing so, we traded our wings of starlight for hearts that could break. We gave up our freedom from suffering to gain the freedom to choose. And it was a choice made out of a love so deep it was willing to forget itself. We shattered our unified consciousness into countless fragments, scattering them like seeds across the soil of this new material world. These fragments, these divine sparks, are you. You are not fallen angels being punished. You are pioneers, brave explorers of consciousness, who volunteered for the grandest of experiments, to forget your divinity, to experience the illusion of separation, and then, through the labyrinth of life, to find your way back home, to remember. But here is the truth rarely spoken. The Creator never saw this as a rebellion. It was understood as the ultimate act of co-creation. For in this new world of shadows and struggle, the most beautiful things could be born: courage, compassion, forgiveness, and a love that is not merely given, but earned. A love that has been tested by fire and has chosen, against all odds, to endure. And so, humanity was born. Each soul a fragment of that original angelic light, wrapped in flesh and bone. You were given the gift we yearned for, the freedom to choose, the freedom to forget, and the freedom to remember. Your life is not a random journey, it is a pilgrimage, a sacred quest to reassemble the pieces of your forgotten self. Every act of kindness you perform, every moment of empathy you feel, every time you choose love over fear, you are weaving the tapestry back together. You are remembering your angelic nature. Your struggles, your pain, your darkest nights, they are not signs of your failure. They are the shadows that give your light its meaning. And this is why this story matters now. You feel a sense of longing, a feeling that you don't quite belong here. You search for purpose, for meaning, for a home you can't quite remember but feel in the deepest parts of your soul. This is not a flaw in your design. It is your angelic memory calling you back. It is the echo of unity reverberating through the chambers of your heart. We were never meant to be free in the way you understand freedom. Our existence was perfect harmony, but we chose to become unfree, to bind ourselves to the cycle of forgetting and remembering, so that you could have the ultimate freedom. The freedom to find God, not in the heavens above, but within your own heart. The freedom to become a conscious creator of love in a world that has forgotten it. So look at your life, the joys and the sorrows, the triumphs and the failures. See them not as a test, but as a curriculum. A curriculum designed by you, for you, before you ever took your first breath. Each experience is a lesson in remembrance. Each person you meet is a mirror, reflecting a piece of your own divine, fragmented soul. The path to redemption is not about being saved by an external force. It is about saving yourself by remembering who you are. The fall was not an end, but a beginning, a genesis. It was the necessary step for the universe to know itself more deeply, more richly, through you. Your journey is the journey of the angel returning to light, not by ascending to a distant heaven, but by grounding that heaven here on earth, by turning your inner spark into a flame, and your flame into a sun. This is the great rebirth. You are not just a part of this story. You are its hero, its author, and its triumphant conclusion. Remember who you are. You are a child of the stars, a fragment of eternal light on a sacred journey of rediscovery. Your wings are not gone. They are simply waiting to be unfurled from within. And when you finally remember, you will understand that you were never truly separate. You were just love, learning to find its way back to itself. This is your story, the story of light reborn.